essentially. So.
Yeah. And the two remaining players we do have on the loser side, I believe, is ElChakotay and iDom, who should be queuing up next in a few more moments. And Chakotay, another one of those players, very, very similar in situations when it comes to being under-traveled, not being able to go to that many events, and also on the cusp of reaching Capcom Cup. He needs to win this entire event. But, again, there's one American, I'm sure, in the crowd who's like, please, please let it go my way. That's Smug. We talked about that earlier in the broadcast, where Smug awaits his fate, depending on how Chakotay and Shine do
now. Yeah, exactly. But, again, the Midwest, a lot of strong players in there, in that area. I had always been a champion of a lot of these players who did end up in the Street Fighter League. ElChakotay was one of them.
Same with iDom as well.
iDom, Mojo is another one who's been doing well on the Street Fighter League this year, right? And even Toy from the first season.
Along with Tommy Two-Step.
Yeah, exactly. So many strong players. Like I said, they just need that opportunity to be able to travel to events. And once they do, they're going to become stronger players. Chakotay has already noted his own growth as a player ever since he's been able to start traveling a lot more.
Look at these costume choices. You got the Monster Hunter and the DMC. I was talking to somebody about that, how they should just include the entire OST from every single Capcom game in every single Capcom game, right? Because they do that pretty well here, right? You get the DMC soundtrack and some of the Monster Hunter stuff, the Final Fight franchise,
right?
Red Earth.
They should have had that for Airman as well.
I'm sure they do. You said unlock it. I wouldn't doubt it. Yeah, they should just do that with all the franchises. Just add all the music together. Get a Resident Evil theme in Street Fighter V. Why not?
Dude, let's do it.
You do have Wesker, you have Jill. So
let's do it. Let's do it. All right, here we go. iDom with Laura, of course, and ElChakotay going with the Armika.
These are such sick costumes, man. I'm loving it.
It's like everybody here is cosplaying here in the match.
If only Nadeshko followed that suit as well.
Right. Exactly. But the one thing that I am worried about though is they're in the ring. Their costumes are getting damaged here, I'm sure. So it's gonna need to do some maintenance work after that.
Or they're proof for both. If the amount of damage they experience when it comes to fighting monsters or fighting demons, right? I'm sure it can stand a little bit of rain, right?
Fair enough. That Monster Hunter outfit definitely probably ups the defense pretty well here. Oh no, the anti-air missed.
It's water resistant, Jess.
But iDom here with a decent life lead. And ElChakotay with no meter left right now.
And I like that choice of the reversal.
trigger,
Yeah, so just nullifying what comes after the block drop kick.
Ooh, here we go.
But either way, Chakotay still managed to get this particular situation with Mika in the corner, right? Anti-air, down fierce.
On the other side, here we go. That's going to be a stun. And there you go. Just needs the one single hit. Yep. Building meter with the whiffed flying peaches into the command throw, which gives him even more meter. ElChakotay taking round number 1 over iDom with that nice comeback.
Despite the life deficit, he still managed to get his game plan going, and his win condition is essentially put Laura in the corner for the mix.
iDom's like, nobody puts Laura in the corner here. There we go. Command throw. And yeah, you got to hold that pressure. One more hit for the stun, but ElChakotay, gets the mix-up.
And it's kind of similar in archetype when it comes to these characters. Very much so the brawler type that can get all these resets in the corner, does have access to command grab. Speaking of Brimstone, we're going to see the situation where Chakotay gets to harass. That Lady Mika is plus.
Too far away. And the EX ones usually have the great range. It looked like he was in range, but it wasn't meant to be an iDom. Taking round number 2.
Just a couple steps, like a half step away from getting thrown into oblivion. iDom managed to survive that round, tying it up in game 1. The roundhouse connects, the medium kick counter hit conversion. What's the follow suit? Another counter hit. One more for stun, and it is the overhead. Chakotay might have jumped. Oh no.
And you're always dead. You're always dead when it comes to Laura. Anytime you're stunned, it's like it doesn't matter how much scaling she put ahead of that. It feels like you're always done.
What scaling, James? What are you talking about? No scaling involved when it comes to Laura. Especially after EX Thunderclap. No way. No way.
Yeah, and we mentioned earlier, you know, iDom has managed to solidify his position. He was basically right at the cusp, but after the tournament earlier this weekend, he is officially in the Capcom Pro Tour and officially in Capcom Cup. ElChakotay, however, has to win this in order to get in.
Decent amount of American representation.
Yes.
For Capcom.
You know what? One of the craziest things about that, speaking of that, with the representation right now in Capcom Cup, one of the things that actually breaks my heart is actually there's only going to be one player from Latin America representing this year. Yeah, Zenith from Brazil. Oof, there we go. Command throw for iDom to get things started. Yeah, there's that whiff on that stand. Light kick from Laura.
Oh, it's as if he knew. He just used that back V skill to get out of harm's way. Or I think it was just like a regular backdash.
You see iDom playing very patient right now. Almost like, you know, block confirming on that standing heavy punch and going for the command dash backwards. Oh, too far away. That command throw, and yeah. iDom now with a huge lead, and that's going to take it for this round.
I know we mentioned how strong iDom is on offense, but this is looking very well played for iDom in terms of his neutral awareness, the placement of his normals, with punishing Chakotay if he overcommits to any sort of normals, right? It's good to see a whiff punish style Laura.
But again, you know, Chakotay right now with the lead. Okay.
And look at that, the instant adaptation there from Chakotay. A lot more Sobots coming from him.
Trying to match the neutral right now. You see iDom there throwing out a lot of those crouching medium kicks and crouching light kicks. That's what that towards medium kick is for. You know, can go over those. Oh, what a block! But iDom going for the raw, you know,
raw reads of
overhead.
passion is what that is.
Here we go, Chakotay bringing him to the corner.
Oh, plus frames after that Lady Mika. Woo.
Oh,
you're done.
Oh, yeah.
You're actually done.
Yeah, you're done. Is this going to kill? Yes, for sure.
I don't even know if it was enough stun, but it was definitely more than enough.
Final round.
All right, so ElChakotay trying to go up 2-0 right now.
I like the exchange here. And I don't mean with the normals interacting with each other, but the amount of information given with the normal choices.
Yeah.
Buffering behind each and every one of these. There's a lot of purpose between all these with normals.
I like that. You saw ElChakotay start the drop kick, and then he saw the thunderclap coming, so he just let it rock to get hit as soon as possible to prevent iDom from having any advantage. But speaking of advantage for iDom, who saves himself with that tech? Oh.
How does he know? How does he know?
He is iDom.
Whatever that means, it's working. The anti-air there on the other side, the counter hit, catching the low on Chakotay. Chakotay is just a couple hits away. 2 lights. Oh, okay, one light. I lied. It was one light, and that's all you needed to do to stop the drop kick. He was ready for it.
Yeah, that's all iDom was waiting for. All he was waiting for was to see that drop kick charge up and just have the punish. Because even if Mika fakes it and lets the kick go early, if she's not in range to hit you with that standing heavy kick, it's not like you can punish the whiff light punch from your opponent trying to stop the drop kick. Ooh, optimizing that damage right there. Ooh.
Again, iDom has just had the right reads when it comes to jumping out of the command grabs against Chakotay, but finds himself back in this corner. That stand short, buffered into the elbow. He's slowly fighting his way out.
Yeah, that's one of the best whiff OS buttons, that standing light kick from Laura. Ooh, the counter pokes from ElChakotay showing that he's not scared. Goes for the mid-zipping reset. Oh, the Lady Mika into the stun. Gonna combo off the microphone. Why not?
He's trying to take your job as host, James.
Round 2. Fight.
She can take it. She's got the talent. She's got the singing skills and the promotional talent.
She would definitely out-talk both of us.
Yeah.
Here we go. Into the corner, exactly where Chakotay wants to move.
I like the patience from Chakotay, not trying anything crazy, and that's why, because iDom scouted. But nice punish on the whip command throw to throw her back into the corner, to throw iDom into the corner.
I like that from Chakotay, pursuing with the normals only, and that is where he finds his success.
Bam! KO ElChakotay. Oh, I'm sorry, they had the score wrong up there earlier. It is 2-0 for iDom right now.
And there was a lot of times where iDom took the risk of trying to jump out. That first sequence before the command grab, right? Chakotay pursued the normals, kept him grounded, got the knockdown, and then that second time was 2 stand shorts. The second one actually hit, and then immediately lit it up. Got that EX giant smoke.
Alright, back to this neutral again.
A lot more close, excuse me, closer than it was earlier. Right?
And you know, we had seen iDom had been so good about keeping out the drop kick, but not that time. ElChakotay getting in with the charge drop kick and punishing the whiff regular standing heavy kick as well. You throw that out to fake the drop kick, but iDom saw, oh!
Wow, looking right into that medium kick.
Clap right there. iDom, one of the best at utilizing that tool. Same side. ElChakotay didn't fall for it, but doesn't matter. Yeah, iDom still with the corner pressure, but then the escape on the counter
Side
poke.
switch. Not actually close enough for a real left-right mix-up. Excuse
Yeah,
me.
that same setup though. Last time he did get to the other side, but iDom aware of it and still blocked on the same side. Okay. Being a little bit tricky with that movement. The air-to-air and the regular throw for iDom puts him at match point.
Hard to figure out what you're supposed to do in that situation after that air-to-air because
Yeah.
you only had a little bit of life left. That could have been a low into any sort of string. But we'll do it. iDom himself at match point.
Oh, nice.
Still in time for the anti-air from way behind her head.
That's character knowledge right there and timing knowledge for ElChakotay. Oh, point blank EX fireball. It's like I said, iDom is so good at throwing those fireballs. He knows when you're scared, he'll toss them at you. There's a lot of startup to those, but he'll still throw them at point blank range and you're just too scared to react to them.
What a confirm on that stand strong. EX Brimstone, back is broken.
Oh, the Lady Mika again, back into the reset, but iDom getting out of there. Challenging the EX clap this time.
Oh, the overhead connects. Okay.
He should have been able to combo off of that. He was in V-trigger. Didn't happen. Oh,
Way to contest. He still managed to trade.
Oh,
he went for the EX piece, but still.
No! And it's not going to work, and that means iDom is going to take it. It looked like it was all going ElChakotay's way towards the end, making great decisions. Tried to armor through the thunderclap with the EX speech. Actually, not even armor through, but just hit him before the thunderclap can come out. It's not going to work, and ElChakotay, like Terrence, is going to suffer an 0-2 defeat, and he is going to go home in 7th place. So that is the end of ElChakotay's Capcom Cup.